Oh, no. Okay. All right. So thanks everybody for coming. We just have a few things to talk about real quick, and then I'll hand it over to our speaker. We have our final email list set up for everyone that's members. So I just want to make sure that everybody got Brittany's email. If you didn't get her email, just let us know and we can make sure we add you. We just want to make sure we have all the members on there.
Question.
Yeah.
So I didn't get emails from the campus.
Mm-hmm.
Am I supposed to be getting those?
Yeah. So you'll still be getting the campus ones just because we don't want something to happen where like they put something on an email and for whatever reason it gets lost in the cracks of things if we're not able to see it. So it's just easier for them to have all CUSOTA members on an email. But really like anything that pertains to us, like we will address in the meetings or in our emails. So you don't need to like worry about them too much, but you will be getting them.
And their emails are set up where the top information is for everyone in CUSOTA, and then usually on the bottom they'll split it and it'll say like specific to Nebraska, and then we'll have that information. So usually whatever is on the top will still pertain to us. So yeah.
When did you send that? When did you send that email out?
Monday, I sent an email just reminding everyone about today's meeting.
Oh.
I just want to make sure everyone got it because I had to like individually add everyone to the list. So I want to make sure I just didn't like miss someone when I was doing it.
Okay. And then we just want to welcome Catherine as our new treasurer. So if you guys have any financial questions, feel free to ask her. She does taxes on the side, I believe. She's a great resource. No, but she will be working with the campus treasurer just to help keep track of our finances. So if you do have any questions for her, just let her know. Okay, so for volunteering, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that came to the first Ronald McDonald House last week. It was a lot of fun. I think if you guys talk to everybody that went, they can tell you how much fun we all had. So there's still 2 more sites that are set up on the Google Docs, or 2 more times. And we still have a few spots open, so feel free to sign up for that. If you have already done one, so if you did one last week, or if you already signed up for one, just try and put your name on the wait list because we do want everybody to have a shot at like having space to sign up for it. The one about Tuesday, I'll just make a note that they said that we could do a bingo night in addition to it. So that might need a couple extra people to help with it, to do the bingo night. So because it seems like that's the one that has the most people that want to help out. So I figured we could add bingo to it and have a couple more people volunteer. So if that's something you guys want to do, we can definitely do it. But yeah, those are the next times. There are still plenty of Power Punch Parkinsons that you guys can go to. I just checked the Google Doc this morning and no one has signed up for them. They're really fun and like a really great way to get hours, especially if you've already done a Ronald McDonald and you kind of just want to get your hours done with. These are really nice. They're only it's 2 hours, so you can get your hours in really quickly. And just make sure that if you do it, you're doing it both on the Google Doc and on their website, which I've provided the links for both of those here for you guys. Okay, and then so our next volunteering event that we have is going to be with Craig Hospital, and I might have Ryan kind of talk about this a little bit, but I'll just give you guys a quick rundown. It's going to be Saturday, October 22nd, which I know is during fall break, but it is towards the end of the week. So if you guys are in town and can make it, it's going to be a really fun opportunity. Actually, I might just have Ryan. Do you mind talking about it?
No.
Okay, he kind of knows more in-depth details than I do. So.
Okay, so basically Walk to Victory is a fundraiser done through the Peak Center. It's in the Peak Center, but it's through an outpatient program that I was a part of at Craig. We do upper extremity and lower extremity stimulation to get basically trying to bring about changing the whole central nervous system and locomotor training. So the idea is what we're going to be doing is like everybody, hopefully we're having a machine, like one of these machines, going the whole 12 hours. So we're trying to get mileage, and the facility with the most mileage, like wins, I guess you could say. And also we're trying to raise money as well. You don't have to donate any money, just donating your time is enough. Some of the things that you guys would be doing would be helping with like a walking buddy. So there'll be a trainer or a therapist, and then we'll have to be all around the patient and you guys will be either helping with that, maybe like clearing the pathway or like helping the navigator, maybe the trainer even let you through as well students help out a little bit, like a little more in depth with that. You might be you won't be doing transfers like independently, but you could maybe assist with a transfer. It's just it's gonna be really good, like symbiotic relationship between us and them because we'll be learning and they will be they need our services anyway. So if you guys have any questions, email me directly. I emailed you a pretty in-depth, or I'll call you a pretty in-depth email about like which things that you guys can be doing. Real quick, sorry, I don't want to take up too much of your time before you go. So is there just in one here?
I think we just listed it as upper extremity cycle and lower extremity cycle.
Okay, perfect. So those are I can get one. There's like 8 of them. There's like 8 different units. There's like 6 lower extremity and 2 upper extremity. I'm hoping to get like at least everybody that comes on one of those at some point, because that's you'll learn a lot about like placing pads, and that's to me is like the coolest one. But you can sign up for upper extremity because when you go through you'll go through the website and you'll have to say what you're willing to do or what you're comfortable with, like helping patients with. So you guys can help out with people doing the upper extremity FDS bike, or the cycle, whatever you guys want to call it. But you'll see it is labeled as upper extremity FDS bike, lower extremity FDS bike. The new step, I don't know why they have on there is like something that people need help with, but maybe just like assisting with transfers or like observing a transformation where the client is safe. The new step, you can do a distance calculator, walking partner, not the local map. And then registration and general event support, maybe even like the general event support could include like trading leg bags or just facilitating getting waters for people. Also, this is going to be a wide range of stuff for us to do. So feel free to sign up. If you have any questions, go ahead and hit me up.
Thank you, Ryan. So it's going to be that Saturday. It's a 12-hour thing, but from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., you're not required to be there the whole 12 hours. I think we have it set up that you'll be doing 4-hour shifts. So if you go on our Google Doc, we need you to sign up there, and then also you need to register with the Craig website. And again, I've provided both those links for you. And as Ryan said, like you get to decide like what you want to do, and it's all based on what you're comfortable with. But there are going to be a ton of PTs and OTs there that are going to help like teach you what you need to do or like work with you while you're doing it. So not only a great opportunity for you guys to work with like patients themselves, but also kind of get that interprofessional and work with practicing practitioners. So if you guys are going to be in town, I think it'll be really fun. I know I'll be there, so hope to see you guys there.
My job during that day will be like a facilitator between us volunteer students and like getting into questions answered and stuff, like what you guys need to be doing. I'll be holding quick like 15-minute like how to set someone up on the FDS bike. So if you guys come, I'm just gonna ask you to come like maybe 15 minutes before your shift starts so that I can show you real quick like how to set up someone on the FDS bike and take you down.
Yeah, thank you. I was going to talk about that. And then also, if you are coming, make sure you bring your Creighton IDs with you. Okay. Fundraising. So thank you everybody that came to the yard sale. If you guys donated stuff or volunteered for it, we'll contact you individually with how much you made, but thank you to everybody who came. Our next big fundraiser is Chipotle. So I think you guys all saw the Facebook event. For those of you that have Facebook that Brittany created, it'll be Thursday, October 27th. So that's the Thursday that we get back from fall break. From 5 to 9. So both classes will have time after or before their labs to go. And basically we get 50% off of, or we get 50% of everything that we bring in. So please tell all of your friends, your family, whoever to go in, get as many
people on the street.
Random people, yeah. Get as many burritos as you feel comfortable carrying home with you. I feel like honestly, the more we bring in, like the more we get, and we're hoping to get a fair amount. So yeah.
Is there a flyer you need to bring in? Make sure you get it.
Oh, thank you. So I think we've emailed the flyer, or we'll make sure to email it for you. But if you don't have the flyer, you can show it on your phone, or you can just say I'm with Creighton University Occupational Therapy Student Association.
I will email it out too. I didn't want to email it too early because then I figured people would lose it somewhere in their mailboxes. So probably the week of, like I'll email it out to everyone so that they have it too.
But yeah, so you can bring it in paper copy, you can have it on your phone, or you can just tell the cashier when you're paying that this is what it's going for. So thank you. Okay, so in the Nebraska meetings, they talked about Student Conclave. I don't know how much you guys know about Student Conclave. It's hosted by AOTA and then the NBCOT. This year it's going to be in Dearborn, Michigan, right before Thanksgiving, I believe. And it's put on for students, and they really encourage students to go. They kind of can get to talk to practitioners to get advice from them, like learn from them. You get to network with other students across the country and just learn about upcoming trends in occupational therapy. So again, this year it's in Dearborn, Michigan. I have the prices listed for you and then a link to the site on AOTA if you guys want to take a look. Alicia's not here, but I know she went to it last year. So if you guys have questions about it or want to know more about, I think she would be a good person to ask since she went to it last year. I unfortunately don't know a ton about it because I didn't go. But I did go to conference last year, and this year, I'm sure you guys all know by now that conference is in Philadelphia, March 30th to April 2nd. And so we just want to talk about Dean's reimbursement. I know we've kind of talked about this a few times. You have to be a CUSOTA member. You have to do volunteer hours with us for 6 hours. I said that you guys had to be here for 8 out of 10 meetings, but you only have to come to 7. So that was my bad. But come to all the meetings, please. And again, you can watch them either in person or online. You do actually have to attend conference and buy a ticket in order to get reimbursed for that ticket. And the new thing that they have added is that now you have to attend the Dean's lunch. And so that was a new thing that they've added this year. So I just wanted to let you guys know that you will have to go to that lunch. I mean, it's really nice. Like last year, it was like a really nice Italian restaurant. It was really fun. Like you get to meet all the Creighton students that like you wouldn't have a chance to see. So it's definitely a fun lunch. It's not an inconvenience by any means. So just wanted to let you guys know about that. This is more about volunteering. I think I talked about this briefly the first session, but again, the link is here for you guys. If you want to volunteer, the spots go really quickly. So just kind of think about it sooner rather than later, if that's something you're interested in. If you do volunteer, you do get a ticket to go for the day after. So just be mindful of that. If you're going to volunteer Sunday, the last day, don't get a free ticket for anything because there's nothing Monday. So just keep that in mind too. And so again, so in addition to the Dean's lunch, there's also going to be an alumni event. And that was like the Friday night. And it's just kind of drinks and appetizers. And again, it's nice because you get to meet like Creighton faculty, Creighton students, and then former alumni. So that's always really fun. And again, if you RSVP to either of these things, just make sure that you guys go. Because if you RSVP that you're going and then you don't go, the school can technically do like a professional citation or take kind of professional disciplinary action. So just make sure you go if you say you're going to go. And then registration, here's just some of the prices. I know the early bird discount goes until February, so it's kind of early to be talking about this, but this is just here for you guys just so you can start thinking about it. The campus group will be providing us with like a group code that we can use when you buy your ticket. But just know that that's something you'll be reimbursed for later. So when you put the code in, it's not going to like automatically take the discount off of your total. So when you're doing that, just know that and you'll get that money back later. So just keep that in mind. Do you guys have any questions about conference? I know it's pretty early, but if you ever do, like Mandy, Brittany, and I all went last year and a couple other people. So if you guys ever have questions about what you do or like what are the benefits of it, just kind of let us know and we'd be happy to talk about it for you. Okay, all right. So I have Lisa White here for you guys. She actually graduated from Creighton University and she's worked in a variety of settings here for us, and she also is part of the OTAC board. So I'm going to hand it over to Lisa.
Hi. Hello. Hey, everybody. Does that like stay up there the whole time?
I can move it. I'll do it that. Oh, no. That way.
Well, it's really an honor to be here. Bill asked me and I met Kelly and a few of you at the happy hour. And yeah, I'm a graduate of Creighton, and I really want this to be an opportunity for you all to ask me questions. And I prepared a couple things I want to talk about, but just want to know what you all are hoping to gain or learn. And so don't be afraid to raise your hand and ask me questions. So my OT journey, I'll just start kind of sharing with you, I started at CSU, Colorado State for Collins, and tried to get into their lottery program back in the day. And pulling names out of a hat, you know, it's just, you're gonna try forever. And I always knew in high school I was volunteering, I was like figuring out OT, PT. OT really like jived with me a lot better. And I want to hear from you all too in a minute, like kind of why you all get some feedback from you guys. But I really did want to try to get into the CSU program, like volleyball there. I was there for 3 years. I decided I was going to be a professional volleyball player, and I had to focus on my OT schooling. So after my sophomore year, I applied to a few other schools. Creighton was one, Kansas, Puget Sound, CSU, and I did not get into the 2 lottery programs, which was Creighton and CSU, but I got into Creighton and Puget Sound. So going between those 2, and I chose Creighton. So I'm really glad I did, and it's just awesome that you guys have a presence here in Colorado. I'm a native here of Colorado, and my journey has been, it's just awesome. OT, you guys have just been the best profession. I'm just so excited for you guys. I've been in your shoes, and you know, you're like, I have all these questions and think you gotta figure it all out right now. But honestly, like my whole journey, and I'll share with you some of it, it's just been like all over the place. I went to Creighton, was there for 2 years. I was in the very last bachelor's program. So I have a bachelor's degree. That's like 6 years of school, which is kind of crazy. It's like 3 years at CSU, 2 years at Creighton, plus your internships. I moved to San Diego after school, and I wanted to get away. I just wanted to live by the beach. I'm going on my own, and I did my own little road trip. I had interviews lined up all over California, and I started in San Diego, LA, Sacramento. And I was going between a couple jobs, believe it or not, San Diego or Sacramento. What did you guys say? San Diego, right? But so that's actually kind of cool. I won't go into that. But I took a job in San Diego. So my first job was at Children's Hospital. And that was an awesome learning opportunity for me because it incorporated schools and clinic work. So if you're at all considering, your first job, just be really open-minded. And really, I thought, pediatrics was my love at the time. And I'm like, this is what I'm going to do. And so I took this job, and it was 3 days in a school system, 2 days at the Children's Hospital in San Diego. So doing outpatient 2 days, schools 2 days. So you can imagine as a new grad, that's kind of overwhelming with your, high school 1 day, middle school, elementary school, like outpatient. It was just like, I remember coming home and I'd be like, oh my God, what am I doing? Like just overwhelmed with information and calling mom, oh, what am I doing? But you learn, and I think just some advice for you guys is to really, look at the team that you're going to be working with and learning opportunities. I have a mentor in the school. She was with me kind of for like the first month of my job, and I could call her, and she really guided me into, just I would observe her and just giving me treatment ideas. And same at the hospital. We had a lot of older therapists, but a lot of younger therapists who were my age, new grads, and so we all were like learning together. And I'm very fortunate for that because I couldn't have done it. Like, I would not recommend going into home health as a new grad, for example. You're on your own pretty much. So, so Children's Hospital was my first job. I was there for 2 years. I say children's, but it was like schools. So they had a contract with the school district. And that was a huge opportunity for me to learn really quick on my feet. Every day was different. And that's really what OT is. You're jumping in and you're just like, gotta be adaptable and flexible. I did that for 2 years, and then I worked in the San Diego City schools for the next 4 years. So kind of needed a break from the outpatient, and then, I was doing a lot of medical stuff and feeding, sensory issues, fine motor issues, developmental delays. And then you have all your school kids with handwriting and attention issues and fine motor. And it's like, do you know what IEPs are? Are you guys familiar with IEPs? So doing those meetings and just balancing it all, it was a lot. So I decided to go full-time into the schools. And that taught me a lot. I had a coder for 3 years who was awesome, who I got to supervise. And I would encourage, you guys to try schools if you're interested in pediatrics. Like, you have a huge, or amount of value that you bring as OTs, and just a new set of eyes. And we really look at things from a holistic perspective. So I felt like I contributed a lot. But one thing that was challenging for me in the schools was, you know, I had some high-profile schools like La Jolla or different areas where like these parents, you know, they have advocates, they have lawyers, you know, these IEP meetings, and sometimes the schools would just kind of cave in and give these parents whatever they wanted, and it was like they need this, and they want that, they want this much service, and it kind of became like, okay, where's my professional opinion here? Where does that fit in? You know, the best interest of the kid, and it's not more and more and more. And it's, you know, I just, all these things are going through my head, and I just got kind of burnt out. I had kids I would see for years and years, and that's something you kind of see in the schools is you follow kids, and you can be working on the same skills for a long time. So a lot of patience, a lot of the goals are school-related goals. You know, everything has to be educationally related. Where if you're in the hospital or the clinic, everything is more medically focused. So done this, that one day, and this, that, this. But it's all related, right? But you have to document, and we'll get into that in a minute. But I did pediatrics for a total of 6 years, and during my school breaks, like I remember I did a little bit of summer school, and then one summer I traveled with some friends, and we went for a month in Guatemala and Belize and traveling. And that was the cool thing with the schools is you get those kind of breaks, right? But then I kept my skills in adult rehab, and I just didn't want to lose that. So I started doing some PRN work and signing on with some different companies in San Diego. So I did that for the next like 4 years in San Diego, kind of switched over into adult rehab. I worked in skilled nursing facilities, hospitals, where you could be in acute care, ICU, long-term rehab. And then I also got a call like, hey, you're an OT, I found you, can you do some home health for me? And I'm like, sure, I'll try home health, like why not? I've done everything else. So I did, that's when I kind of got introduced to home health, and they're like, paying me $100 an hour. I'm like, hey, yeah, I'll do home health. Which, you know, that's pretty good money, but I would see some clients, and I just did that for a few months, just while they needed some OT help. And then I moved back to Colorado. So I kept, one of my PRN jobs was with rehab care, not with them anymore, but I was working in an assisted skilled nursing facility out here. They got bought out by Genesis. Worked for them for a little bit, trying different skilled nursing. I haven't really worked in the hospitals out here in Colorado, but my volunteer hours back in the day when I was getting like hours for schooling, I helped at Craig Hospital, doing volunteer, I helped a little bit at Spalding, Press St. Luke's. And it's funny looking back like on all my volunteer hours and just thinking, like, I remember, it's kind of sidetracked, but I just remember watching this OT, and she had the softest voice, and she was like taking you in here, and she's like, we're going to show Mr. Jones how to use a sock and put his socks on, and we're going to use the reacher, and we're going to help you put your socks. And it was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? But you know, I appreciate everything I've observed and learned, because I'm like, don't just base OT on that one, that experience, and oh, you know, just be really open-minded and observe and learn from as many people as you can. But anyway, so coming back here, working for Genesis a little bit, and that wasn't really a great fit. And then I went to a place called Center at Lincoln, which is down in the Parker Lone Tree area. Really nice skilled nursing, but it's like, I'm like a higher-end outpatient kind of, that's not outpatient the word. It's short-term rehab. Like for a couple weeks, patients would stay for maybe a month. Did that for a little bit. Then there were some changes with cutbacks and bringing on OT assistants and saving money, and didn't really have a lot of loyalty. I was like, okay, I'm leaving, but there's a new opportunity out there for me somewhere. And so I went into got into home health and per diem work, and just, I don't know, I feel like there's such a flow with OT. There's so many opportunities. I mean, I'm like an example of that, where you don't feel like you have to get stuck in one setting and like, this is my job for the rest of my life. I think one of the greatest things about OT is just the variety that we get. You can work in any population, pretty much any setting. And thinking outside the box, I mean, that's when you really thrive as a therapist. I mean, you know, just not getting stuck in I got to be pinholed in this little area. I think Kelly, you were talking about a little bit the happy hour, right? Just, exposing yourself to a lot of different things. Anybody have any questions so far?
How did you feel transitioning from one setting to the next? Did you feel like it was that a lot of things carried over, or it was kind of like?
That's a really good question. And people are saying, "Oh, do you know like kids better or adults are easier?" It's like they're both very different. The kids, you are working, you know, at a play-based level, and you're dealing a lot with parents and teachers, and I still use skills that I had with my kids in those kind of activities that I use with my adults, believe it or not, like the fine motor work or incorporating the sensory processing and attention, you know, balance. And there's so many things, the whole person, right? Or the whole person. But as far as transitioning, it was pretty easy for me. I kind of always dabbled a little bit in the adult rehab, just a few days here and there when I was still working in the schools. So it wasn't totally foreign to me. I mean, I do have a few friends recently. One of them we met at Children's in Denver, or in San Diego, and she did peds forever and ever and switched over into adults. And she did adults for the last like over 10 years and then just switched to pediatric home health. And she's loving it. And it's like you kind of keep those skills. For me, I mean, I don't know. It was a pretty smooth transition. You keep a lot of your resources. You know, don't be afraid to ask for help or questions. But I think it, you know, just trying different things. I don't know. I have friends who sometimes that's all they want to do, like just pediatrics. That's all they're going to want to do. But if you're open to it and you want to, like, you get burnt out. I just kind of got burnt out of schools and the IEPs, and I really value right now helping adults and really meaningful things in their lives, you know.
Yeah. Whenever you're done.
Yeah, no, I hope that answers your question. I mean, everyone has their own experience. For me, it was pretty smooth. And I still think about doing peds a little bit, like even as a consultant or helping families or helping teachers. Like, I love that. I did yoga with kids. I got my kids yoga certification back in the day. We did that once a week. We did handwriting groups, vision groups. I mean, part of my thing I love is helping the teachers, because once they get it and they understand what you do and what you bring, they incorporate that in the class every day. But that's where the carryover is important. If I just see a kid and I pull them out for once a week for half an hour, like that's like it's just like, okay, is this really having a huge difference? You know, I'm just kind of like really having to listen to myself. And is this what I want to be doing? You know, yeah.
I'm trying to make sure I word my question right. So when you graduate,
yep,
and after a fieldworks or whatever, or looking for a new job, what do you think is the most important like quality in like a new, like our first new job, like having a mentor or like being able to,
I think that's great.
like resources, like
a good team, like having like people that you feel like you can learn from. I mean, if you're going through a bunch of new grads, that might be kind of hard. Having a combination of people who have experience, finding a mentor, I think is really key. Someone that you can call with questions, you know, it could be someone at that job or maybe just someone you've always stayed in touch with. What else? Continuing education opportunities. I know Children's, when I took that job in San Diego, they had a lot of just trainings ongoing within our department. So that was really, really nice. And other things would I say? Who knows? Opportunities to try different things. Like in a hospital setting, you could be having exposure to moving to different departments. You know, seeing ICU or rehab, outpatient setting, or you know, different specialty areas. Having opportunities for that. That's kind of some of the things out of the core. Yeah. Can I ask why you all feel like sharing? Like, what excites you about OT? Why did you choose this profession? I'm just curious for like my own knowledge, or if anybody wants to share, kind of like why. What do you love about OT? What do you want to do? Not what you want to do. That's too big. What do you want to do? But like, what excites you about it? Yeah.
I really like the patient goals. what they all do, what they're fighting for. I think it makes helping a lot easier because then they have their own goals and they're more motivated to work towards them.
That's awesome. No, it's, I mean, there's not really a lot, I can't think of anything really more of a meaningful profession. You know what I mean? I mean, we are working with people's lives. Like, I'll share with you something that I've never forgotten. It's from a great teacher of mine back in Omaha. And she said that people don't care what you know unless they know you care. And that just was huge to me. And it's like, you can have all this knowledge and the best techniques and the best skills, but like, they want to know that you care and you are there for their best interests and their goals. So tapping into that, I think is huge. And that's always stuck with me. And,
Yeah.
We did that recently.
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
I want to say it was Linda Gabriel. Maybe they all. There was another one named Shirley. Dr. Blanchard. Shirley Blanchard, you know. She, I want to say it was Gabriel, but.
You know, the guest lecture.
Does anybody else want to share kind of why they chose this major or what? Yeah.
So for me, it was a career change and just like going from the outdoor career to something different and going into like helping other people in the same kind of way, but in a different way.
Yeah. Was your other job medical related? No.
No, it was wrapping.
The variety of the law sport.
Yeah.
Your example that you gave us. And then I don't know if I know that I was like, that I'm going to like this profession in the right spot. But the idea of like committing to just like one career or like one aspect of the career, like 30 years, 40 years, 20 years seems kind of intimidating.
Yeah. Don't feel like you have to put that pressure on yourself. I was telling Kelly and a few others, I mean, follow what excites you. Where's your curiosity? What are you curious about and what speaks to you? And just learn more about that and just shadow somebody. Or, I mean, a lot of coaches I know would be more than willing to like have you come shadow. I think showing initiative and reaching out to people and don't be afraid to, like, this is an awesome opportunity in your school. Like, get all these tools, you know, get resources, read articles. I don't know if you all remember the AOTA or. I was just reading, I think it was Advanced, just reading this article recently, and this woman's like, was reading the top OT, and she incorporates use of like healing touch and fascial release with like animals and people, and she's like a sought after OT, and I don't know, there's just tons of like information out there. So the more information you expose yourself to, the better. I can see what other people do. In OT, especially like in the medical side and home health, we really have to document our skills we need. You guys talk about that in school a lot, like why are you certified to do what you're doing versus like a CNA? Or, you know, we need to distinguish ourselves apart and document our knowledge. You know, that's how we get reimbursed, how we get paid. I mean, insurance companies will be like, oh, a CNA can do that, or bathing, or you know, walking and reaching a cover, or, you know, you have to be really specific and just kind of pay attention to the objective and measurements. I mean, all that stuff, right? Standardized testing, but like really documenting the skill needed. So, does anyone have questions about that? I'm sure you're gonna learn more, more about that. But, I think one of the best things that OT has given me, I mean, just gratitude for like the everyday simple things. I mean, every day I actually want to like kind of start a blog or something. I feel like I want to get this out there to people, like just appreciate here and now. And we have this gift that we get to be in these people's lives and really, you know, be there in their struggles and hear what their wishes are, and hear what their desires are. And, you know, that's such a gift that like we you need to honor and, you know, really use that for your own lives too. You know, how are you going to live a better life? And how are you going to just kind of be that person for these people who really want you to help improve their lives through health and everything that we look at, right? Like just general well-being. I mean, and I'm always surprised every time I'm with a patient, or just every day I come home and wow, like the other day I got to work with this 91-year-old guy. He just blew my mind away. I mean, he really didn't need me. I did one more session with him to kind of initiate a home exercise program for him. He wanted that. And just his life story. So like, we get to hear their stories, and I'm like, this guy is like fit and just still volunteering and giving back, and he sponsors kids around the world. And like I told him, I want to like interview you. You're just amazing. Like you're like my hero. And just these people that you're going to meet in this job is just awesome. So, another goodies do I have? Two, when you see patients, I guess one piece of advice too, when you go in to see people, like people really get a sense about your energy and if you have their best interests in mind. I worked in a lot of skilled nursing. I still do some skilled nursing too, along with home health. But sometimes the therapist will say, "Oh, good luck with Mr. Jones. Like he's like in such a bad mood. He doesn't want to do anything." I look at that as a challenge. Like I'm gonna build a rapport with this guy, and I'm gonna figure out how to help him or what's going on. And sometimes it's just like listening to these people, going in with an open mind. And I don't know if you remember that author, she wrote about her experience having a stroke of insight. Her name, but so she shared that she felt the energy of people when they walked into the room, and that is huge. Like I'm always aware of that when I come to a patient's room. Like I'm not going to go and say, "Okay, time for OT. Let's go. Get up. We're gonna go. Let's go to the gym." And it's like maybe they're like they need just a little coaxing, like, "Hey, like how are you feeling? Are you in pain? Like what's going on? Or I came to see you. Or anything you want to work on today? What are you having trouble with?" I mean, just building that rapport. And I've had a lot of success with those challenging people who, how did you get them to work with you? How did you, that's really crazy in skilled nursing. It's like, get these minutes. And it's like, I just kind of block that out of my head, and I'm like, I'm going to go help this person and figure out how to get my time with them, but like, not like in a forced way, like I got to get the minutes, you know what I mean? I hate that, so. I don't know if you guys know about all that stuff in Medicare and regulations. And these patients need this much therapy, and if you miss this many minutes in the day, maybe you haven't, what I'm talking about? You're shaking your head kind of like, no? You know what I'm talking about? So like they have so many minutes of therapy, and like they get it captured in so many days, right? So that pressure, and every day I was like, I got one out of that. I'm like, this is not even fun anymore, So now I do the PRN, and I go in, and I just like, my job, and I get to work with people and just not have to worry about them. So. Anyway, so the energy thing, really take the time to listen to your patients. A lot of times it can be just a simple thing. I mean, these people are pushed around in all these medical settings and quick, do this, do that, get dressed, or it's like we can take the time with these people. So use that time to make it a meaningful interaction. And you'll be surprised at how many patients will just respond and be like, thank you so much. Like, they just feel like heard, they feel understood, they feel like you care. And I think that's different, like, not to knock on PT. I mean, PTs hopefully do that too, but we're skilled at looking at the whole person. We get a sense about the physical, the mental, the psychosocial, right? All of those things. So the environment, maybe it's like the lighting is coming into the room in a weird way. And they have cataract, they have macular degeneration, it's too bright. We can notice these things and make their life better. Or sounds, or whatever, the environment, the meals, they're not prepared, whatever it is, just go the extra mile, that's what I'm suggesting. It's just like, listen to them and figure out and be observant. Like that's really key, is to be observant with your clients. be aware. Question, what do you guys want to ask me? I just feel like I'm rambling up here.
I was just wondering how you came to be involved with OTAC and kind of what your position.
Oh,
in
that's
that
fun.
was.
Okay, yeah. So I moved back, let's see, in 2010, back to Colorado. I wasn't involved in OTAC right away, but I went to a conference, went to the Golden Conference, it was in Golden, and then they had one 2 years ago at the Marriott. I went to that conference, and I was just kind of observing things, and I was just like, not thrilled, like, at a soiree one night. I was like, this could be so much better, like, this could be so much better, and like, I don't know, it's just the location of the place, and thinking in my head, like, this could be better, right? So then during lunch, during one of the conference days, they had open positions. And I told some friends and my coworkers who were next to me, gosh, I could be conference chair, like, I'm thinking about it, like, I could do this, but like, I don't know how much work it'd be, but like, you know, I think I can make this better. So they all nominated me. And guess who called? They called me, hey, you've been nominated. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna go for it. So I joined the board. That was last year. The conference was last October. I joined in November. Planned last year's conference. Still was there. Who else did anybody else go to Blackhawk? Or to Blackhawk to the DoubleTree? Yeah. So I never did anything like that. But I think in the back of my mind, like thinking, I always like, I'm a people person. I like to network. I like to kind of plan stuff and just, I don't know, bring people together. And I was like, okay, let's use some of my skills. I'm gonna try it out. So yeah, I reached out to a lot of speakers and I went for it, and that's kind of how I got started. And then this is my second year on the board and doing a conference, which is October 21st and 22nd. Which, so you don't go to that great thing. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I was looking at her like, what's the date of our conference?
I know I'm bummed.
But Amy Lamb, you guys probably already heard all about this, but Amy Lamb, the president, is coming as our keynote, and we have a special private for attendees, but a welcome party for her on Thursday night. So complimentary appetizers, wine, free, sponsored by you guys, as well as the Creighton program in Omaha. CSU contributed, and NAU, the National American University Program Director, contributed. So we got a total of like $900 for that, and we're using it towards the party and food and drinks. And this is just an awesome opportunity, guys, to see Amy. I mean, the president. I just hang out, it's going to be super fun. And we have, I'll get a little plug, we have a free crafts lesson if you don't know how to play crafts. I always want to go around. So we're doing that. And Saturday, she's doing the keynote. And what's that? Friday. Oh, Saturday, Friday. We just did this video thing. And my mind was Friday. And then silent auction. There's some cool prizes. My friend got was able to get Dr. Oz tickets down there. All these crazy random things. And then Saturday, I reached out to a friend, and she's teaching a free yoga class for us on Saturday morning. Yeah, it's gonna be really, really fun. So who's all coming so far? Yay! I'm excited. If you haven't signed up, I'd love to have you there. It'd be awesome. So second year on the board, back to that. I'm not going to do it next year. I kind of need a break, but yeah. And Jill's on the board. I recruited her to be on the board. But if you're thinking about, volunteering or being, a part of it, everyone's really willing to help you guys and to teach you things, whatever you want to learn. A lot of opportunities to reach out to the president. Any of us. I've been in your shoes, so I know. Do you guys feel overwhelmed so far, with the profession? Where are you guys at in your head?
Well, fall break is coming up.
Fall break. So you're
We
you're
need
ready
that.
to, are you kind of ready to just is your mind on overload right now?
Generally.
What are your classes right now?
It's different. So for OT2s, we're in the second year, it's a little different. We're like in pediatrics, elders courses, we're in our like physical aging modalities classes. So kind of learning more like the specialties. And then
a lot of research.
and a lot of research.
All you doctorate students.
Yeah. And then
We didn't have much doctoral research.
And then OT1s are doing like more introductory stuff. So they have like an introduction to OT class, health conditions, their intro to research, neuroanatomy.
And population.
Yeah, their populations present. So definitely more like general kind of like welcome to OT.
A lot of these classes are online or in person?
So all of the classes are done online and then
So
depending,
interesting, so random.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do I do that?
and then certain classes have labs that are associated with it. And those labs are done here at Regis campus. And so for us, for the OT2s, we're here twice a week this semester and the OT1s are here once a week.
That's even more reason to like collaborate, to be meeting in person, meeting at the therapist, because you're just doing everything online and you're not hearing others' feedback, right? Or
Yeah.
others' comments.
Well, we get to hear the comments. It's, I mean, it's kind of nice because the professors address like, the camera when they're like talking about there's the other like distance pathways, they call them.
Okay.
There's one in Alaska, there's one
Yeah.
in Omaha.
We record what's happening in class, so
Okay.
it's like you're sitting in class,
Okay.
but you're not actually
Yeah.
physically there.
Okay.
Okay, but like you still get to see like all their.
You're at home and you're eating your coffee and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, you just can't ask questions.
Are you at the gym? Like, I'm listening. Seriously? You are?
Not good.
Maybe if I went to the gym.
Maybe you can like.
And I think Jill mentioned that you guys have opportunity to do the ILAC program. I did that, and it is amazing. You guys should definitely take advantage if you can. What's that? Yeah. So that was between my first and second year of OT school. I did that. I was with maybe like 13 of us. There were probably 4 or 5 second year students, and then the rest of us were all first year. Yeah, we were in a little town called Licey, and we were flying to Santiago from the Dominican Republic. It's still there, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I journal, I keep a journal, and I would encourage you guys to too for your like OT schooling and experiences and stuff. And I kept a whole journal for that whole experience, and oh my gosh, I actually still stay in touch with a few of my classmates from that. I was just writing them yesterday actually. But you get to, well, I don't know, this is so many years ago, I don't know if it's the same, but I worked in a children's hospital in a burn unit, and then also had experience in an orthopedic unit. So I'm pretty sure I chose that. I'm trying to remember how that all happened. Like, 'cause I have other friends that were in an orphanage. They wanted to do that setting, and then some other people were in like a nursing home. So there were probably like 4 or 5 of us, and we had a clinical instructor. She was from Flagstaff, Arizona, and she was with us, and we would go work in the facility, and basically, I mean, it's so primitive down there. They're like chickens like running around, and you're in a burn unit where it should be super like clean and like, you know, right, sanitary, and I saw some horrible things. I mean, burns that were just so bad, and we brought a few toys and things with us down there, and we were working on education, and there's a language barrier, right? So we had Spanish class down there, it's like Spanish for health professionals. So I actually kept my little packet, and it's like all these, just FYI, frequently used terms in rehab for OTs and PTs, all in Spanish. So I still like had that, and it's just awesome, like as a resource to have some of that knowledge in Spanish, and like just have the basics, because I literally have done Adele's in Spanish, like to this day, where just any little bit helps. So everything just was amazing. I mean, down there we got to have exposure to like music, and we'd be out in just the community. We had some free weekends. We go to the beach. 5 years there for 5 weeks, and it was so cool. Like there's a church there. There's just, you don't have like the TV. There's no distractions. You know, I don't think we had phones. I mean, cell phones not like a big thing. I think at the time I was like dating myself, but I just don't remember having a phone or like just very basic like living. And I remember coming back and landing in Miami, and just overstimulation. I was like, oh my God. I mean, I just valued the simplicity, and you're like helping these people just they appreciate you so much, and like the family, their religion, their faith, their music, like those are the things that are important to them. And just being exposed to a whole new culture, which is awesome. So anytime you guys get an opportunity to travel, do it. I also went to Disney World. That was another internship I did. But that was between my sophomore and junior years at CSU. You guys can do the Disney College program. I can suggest that too. Yeah, ILAC was awesome. Did you thinking about it?
No, well, I don't think so, but I really like your story.
Yeah.
Sorry. Disneyland was or wasn't affiliated with OT?
It was not.
Okay, I was like, how does that work?
It was not. I was in my pre-OT schooling at the time. And
Okay.
it's kind of ironic because it's like a lot of people were in majors like, I'm trying to think, a horticulture major or different business majors, and here's like OT, like I'm pre-OT. So like honestly, all of the things I learned from that experience carry over. You're still working with people, customer service. You know, that taught me a lot. That was interesting, you know. Customer's always right, you know. No, I love that experience. It was great. But no, I took that with me, and I think finding opportunities. And you guys all have your fieldworks lined up?
The OT2s do. The OT ones will do their first one.
What do you guys kind of going for? Do you just take what they have here and whatever comes up, or can you pick, or how does that work?
You get like a list, and you basically just pick your top 5, and so they try to place you according to your.
About it.
Yeah, so they try to place you according to like your top 5 preferences, but not everybody gets their first top 5.
Yeah.
But so it covers like a multitude of things. I mean, there's pediatrics, there's schools, there's nursing homes, inpatient rehab, acute care, ICU. It's all over the country. So
Like I did one of mine in Flagstaff, so that's kind of cool. So the ILAC connection, my clinical instructor taught it, or she was an OT at the Flagstaff Medical Center, and I chose my fieldwork rotation based on her recommendation. Long story short, she ended up leaving that job, and then I committed to go there, and like I was gonna be living with her, and I'm like, okay. And that's where like OT, right? Be adaptable, be flexible. Things gonna work out. Like I meant to go there for a reason, and then a woman who's a translator at the hospital was taking students, and I talked to her on the phone, and she's like, we just talked, and she's honestly like my second mom. Like we're so close, and like her son wrote her wedding song. I mean, she's like really my family. But like that was just meant to be, right? So go in the flow. I think don't feel like you have to force things too much. Like follow what you're curious with. Be open to experiences. Take advantage of like I like to take advantage of those opportunities. Keep reading in your field, and you know, just think outside the box and really. I'm excited for you guys. I honestly can't believe I've like been doing this for 15 years. I'm like, I sometimes think I'm like, oh, like where did that years go? I'm like, and I don't pretend to be like an expert like I'm at the end. You know, you're always evolving, you're always learning. And, you know, I'm doing home health, and I'm learning all the time. You know, it's like there's things I still don't know, and I'm looking up, okay, what is this again? Or just don't be afraid to just. Show that vulnerability. Like you're not ever there. You know what I mean? You're always learning. You're always like evolving. So. What other questions? Is that I hope this helped you guys.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, one field doesn't work. Don't be afraid. Don't think like, oh my god, I hate OT and this is it. Like, you know, you can try, get burned out of one thing, you can try another thing, and go for it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so if you guys are watching this online, the password for today is OTAC. And our next meeting is going to be November 9th from 4 to 5. We will be having a COTA come and speak, so be there. We've got snacks. It'll be really great. Do you guys have any questions at all before we end the meeting? Anything? Cool. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming.
Car.